being all happy like that. So, but cool, man. Anything else before we move on?
No, I mean, I think they're doing a good job with starting Star Wars up again. But I think my only complaint's the timing. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. The pacing of it all.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
hurry the heck up.
I'm right there. Yeah, I'm right there with you. But cool, man. Let's move on to the next show. I got this little thing here.
Yeah.
All right. The opening scene is legit amazing. Like, it's so stupid, so over the top. The music, I like I said, I can't get that song out of my head, and it's the freaking eagles in there. Eagly, isn't that his name? Eagly or something like that. It's so stupid. Oh man. But talk about like good pacing. Like, this is legit a well-paced show. I never once am bored, and I want more, as stupid as it all is. All right, let me put them away. We got a thing from Martin real quick. Yeah, but John Favreau will definitely connect it all. He's a genius. Yeah. I don't think he would have dipped his toes in this waters if he didn't know what he had planned. I think so. Him and well, what's his the other guy? Why am I having a brain fart? Dave Filoni.
John Favreau is like the king of nerds, if you don't really know. So I mean, that's kind of why you have to just trust him, because think about the stuff he's done. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he single-handedly created the MCU.
But Iron Man, he's the one that got you, Robert Downey Jr. He got you Hackers. I mean, these movies that he's done has just been amazing. So I mean, you gotta trust him to a point.
Yeah. And Dave Filoni's there, and Dave Filoni, I trust him with Star Wars, more than kind of anybody else at this point. I trust him more with Star Wars than I do George Lucas. So
you're definitely right with that.
Yeah. So I'm not losing faith. I think they have a big picture, and like you said, and he there's a plan. But back to Peacemaker. Martin said Peacemaker is so funny, it's awesome. It's so funny. It's got its serious moments too, where you're like, damn, that was hard, rough. But
because like his life, like his father and all that stuff, is just like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, how the stuff that happened in the Suicide Squad has affected him, and he's not just a stupid douchebag. He's more than that. He just really believed in what he was doing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just those things are key to the entire character development.
Yeah. Also, like, you could see James Gunn really, really pushing it, like, with this compared to like something like Guardians. Because obviously he has to stay it within a very confined box, that Kevin Feige gave him.
You can't do that now. You can't do that.
Yeah, here, I mean, like, they're legit making like his dad.
He's like, a racist Nazi kind of guy. Like, he's straight up going to be ruling the entire prison. It's just straight up.
Again, it seems like he was there before. Everyone knew him, which is.
He's a grandmaster of the KKK. Your dad is a grandmaster of the KKK in the original Peacemaker? Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, it speaks a lot about other things, but but yeah, he's really like, because that when he went home with his dad, I forgot what episode it was, because I watched them all and they all kind of like blurred into one big episode.
I think it's 2.
When he goes back home.
Yeah, I think he goes back home, and then he gets the new helmet and all that stuff, and then the old girl gets blown up, and then they blame, and then he could frame the guy in the band could frame anybody, but he decides to frame his dad. I was like, "What the hell?"
Why? 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 Um,
Was it
is it I think his dad, they called him White Dragon. Yeah, they called him White
Dragon?
Dragon.
Yep,
I don't know about Grand Dragon or whatever the hell.
Grandmaster. Because Grandmaster, I don't want to touch what that is. That's okay. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Well, there's also dragons in it. So,
That is
you
true.
know, how it's so fucking stupid.
That's true.
Like, it's like you playing Dungeons and Dragons and shit. Oh, this is a level
Hey,
5
don't talk about
dragon.
vigilantes for the kids.
Yeah. But
Like,
but that whole scene where he's at home with his dad and the way his dad's talking is how I think somebody like that in real life will talk, where he's saying a lot of homophobic things, a lot of sexist things, a lot of racist things, like everything under the book that degrades everybody. He was saying it, and I was like, "There's no way,
Disney
like
would
Disney would
allow
even
that.
like." It
I'm
was like
surprised Robert
they,
Patrick will even go for that, honestly. Because I mean, I know him from Scorpion, or you see, he's the FBI guy usually in all those things.
mm,
And for
yeah,
him to be the super racist guy, I was like, oh wow, okay, cool. Yeah. But it helps with the character development. It helps with understanding who Peacemaker is
yeah,
and who he's trying not to be. I
hmm
don't know. I don't know about you, but one of the funniest things is when they talk about him being racist, like maybe you should shoot some other people. You know, he's like, "But I kill more white people than anything. What are you talking about? So your
yeah,
ratio kind of low. I mean, you need to focus on killing us white." I was like, how? Like, what is this? And that's the same thing Vigilante said. It was like, yeah, you know what? I kill mostly white people. They can't call me racist. Like
yeah,
that's something you actually have to think about being a mass vigilante. That really you got to think about that. Uh, that was
yeah.
too much.
Well, what's her name? The which you find out, which I wasn't too surprised when you find out that she's Amanda Waller's daughter.
Yeah,
I was
Leota.
thinking more niece. Yeah, Leota. I was thinking more niece than daughter.
I knew that she was
But
related immediately. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But that kind of got me. I was like, oh, okay.
I was like,
Because
I mean, you Amanda Waller did it with somebody? Who who's that?
who's
Hard up.
that poor
Yeah,
soul?
yeah, you decided to do that? Really? Did she rip off your head after you did?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like,
I'm
it's like
yeah. I'm still under the impression it might be adopted. You know,
makes more sense.
like because she's the complete opposite. She's very caring. She's very nice. you know, where Amanda Waller is like,
Kill
yeah,
them all.
like not those.
Shoot 'em
Yeah,
all in the face. In the face.
yeah.
Like I thought that was also
But
cool in the 3rd episode with Peacemaker that not wanting to kill kids. So even though his slogan is "I want peace," even, no matter how many men, women, and children I have to kill, and
yeah,
he's like, "You want me to kill children?"
yeah. We got Martin. Robert Patrick has been in such great roles from Liquid Terminator to White Dragon, dude.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's also the Liquid Terminator. That's probably the scariest of all of them.
he's got that very like evil look. So
Mhm.
like, there's some guys that are always gonna be villains, and Robert Patrick is always gonna be a villain. Like I'm looking at his IMDb right now. Even
That
him
that showed up
smiling looks evil.
Scorpion. In Scorpion, he was like the father figure, the FBI agent type of guy.
Hmm.
But even then, he's just a badass. He was a badass. And,
Yeah,
I mean, that's what he is. He's a hard ass badass type of guy. And I like that. I like the casting. I thought all the casting was really good. They're mixing up all type of people. You know,
hmm,
I like it. Honestly, it's really stupid. The whole show is really juvenile and it's right up my alley. I just I like it a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. It, the music in it is like you. There's times where like they're fighting or they're like doing like random stuff and the music starts getting and you're like okay and I'm like oh yeah it's James Gunn like Every scene has to have some music that means something for it.
What do you think about Peacemaker, and the couple that they, saved the first, the second episode? And then, the one that could've yeah, second episode. The one that could've, pointed the finger at him and them bribing that couple, and then, like, 4 scenes later, you see Peacemaker in bed with with the wife and with
With
Vigilante.
Vigilante.
It's like, what? What is going on?
Yeah.
But that's more
Yeah.
realistic. That makes more sense.
Yeah. That was funny. Because he's
Uh,
very and that whole scene where he's like tying him up and she's like starts like, oh, I like that band too. I was like, oh, that's funny. And it's just
and then her husband Evan's like, "You never told me that." She's like, "I tell you that every once a week, Evan."
yeah.
It's just like,
I
oh,
didn't expect to see a little sex scene at the end. Well, they didn't show that sex scene. They showed another sex scene, which
I
I didn't
know. I
expect
was
that
like,
either.
"Whoa, okay."
Yeah, John Cena, like granted, he's been a wrestler for so long, so like you've always seen him without a shirt. I
He
don't know
goes
if it's
nude a lot.
he looks fake. He looks fake in this show.
Well, he's just that big. John Cena is
Yeah.
literally that big. Like, I can't imagine being that wide and having those arms. You can't even put a suit jacket on. I don't understand.
Well, he was, I believe, a bodybuilder before he got into the wrestling stuff. See what Sandy said. I like when the wife asks if she can have his picture from the lineup. Yeah,
I think the wife's name is Amber. She was like, "Hey, can I have that?"
was it him?
I think her name is Amber.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the cast right now. Yeah, that's funny. Oh man, but yeah, she. It's really weird. I don't know. It with the way he is, I didn't expect like him to kind of like connect with anybody because he's just always like a dick, you know. So
But he's not just a
eh,
dick. He's an idiot. He's a dick
yeah,
sometimes, but he's just an idiot
yeah.
who has an eagle for a best friend, eagly.
So,
That also
but
rides in the car with him and just rides in the car. I was like,
when the eagle flew in the car and he goes, "Oh, that bird better not shit in here." He goes, "Oh, you can't housebreak an eagle. That get rid of its freedom or something," like he said. That was so good, man.
that was good. And then after, so he has the helmet, the sonic boom helmet, whatever. He
Mm.
blows up the first butterfly because he left the file
Oh,
on the bed after sex.
yeah,
Hilarious. And then the eagly flies off and then goes finds a possum or something like that and drops it off.
yeah,
Here you go. He kept on nudging him to him. Feel better. It's okay. I
yeah,
thought that was
yeah.
hilarious.
It's good when it's hugging him in the first episode, like, and no one believes him. He goes, "Oh, the eagle hugged you." He's like, "Yeah."
That was
So
so funny. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'm digging it so far. I kind of want to know a little bit more about Vigilante.
mhm.
He's a legit psychopath, like legit.
No, what was hilarious was well, Peacemaker couldn't shoot the kids. He's like, hey, buddy, can you move over a little bit? And he just
Mhm.
shot the mom, shot the son, the daughter, no problem. They even blink. Like just as he's
He's
whistling.
like humming, yeah, whistling or something like. I was like, dude, he's got he's got issues. I said I love both Peacemaker and his dad both cuss out that neighbor.
At that neighbor.
That's right.
Oh man, that was so
I,
funny. This whole thing is
part
just
of me like, well, that I took him like, oh, when two characters, especially when they're related, do the same thing, I was like, oh, it pushes like, oh, they're a lot alike kind of thing,
Mhm.
but then they have the big differences, and I wonder if they're going to do that with Amanda Waller and Leota.
Yep.
It's
Yo,
like, you know, is she going to turn into Amanda Waller, or is
I,
she going to go
I
further
think
away from?
we're gonna realize that Leota is someone who just people immediately connect with, no matter what, and they believe in her no matter what. And Amanda wants her to use that for evil, and Leota wants to use that to keep, for good and keep her wife happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's just a nice person, So just a normal nice person is probably like, oh, is that your superpower? People like you, compared to Amanda Waller.
I mean, but think
So
about it. Even Peacemaker, who doesn't trust anyone, trusted her immediately.
yeah,
All the people that are
yeah,
there or she was around immediately accepted her, even though she was talking too much. She just has a charm about her that people are more willing to accept. And I
yeah.
think that you don't see that in that world. And I think that's why she's gonna be important in this entire show. And what does she
Oh yeah, I really like her. Like whoever the actress is, who's it?
provide?
Danielle Brooks.
Yeah.
She's like pulling it off like really really well. Like the first time when she's like giving the little speech in the trailer, like
Oh,
like
I
like
don't
that's
know.
something like you would do like at a company
The
meeting
first
kind of thing.
the first
Yeah,
picnic and a company outing, and they're talking to you, and you just going on and on and on and on, and like, all right, shut up. And
yeah.
then the picture on the iPad, I almost died crying, laughing. Where they're going through the
Which one?
family, and her wife sent her a picture.
Oh
It showed up. I was like,
yeah.
so I didn't know it was gonna come on the iPad. Yeah, it does that. Sorry.
Well, then that was, and then what's his and then Peacemaker goes like all in about her being like lesbian.
He's like, oh, I'm like your fan. I'm one of you guys.
Yeah,
Like, oh my god. Uh, and Judo
yeah.
Master was hilarious. I mean, this whole thing is hilarious.
It they must have. I mean, they had to have done it on purpose, where they were like, all right, John Cena is just fake looking kind of guy because he's so ridiculously big. I was like, let's find the smallest person we can find.
Oh man, that
He's
was
so
gold.
tiny, and the jokes about it is like hilarious. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep you around in case I need to replace my Achilles tendon with your whole body." It's like, oh
Oh,
man,
just put in my pocket,
yeah,
carry it around. I don't
that
know.
was funny.
Overall, this is just a hilarious show. Uh, and it's very crude and rude, and it would never be acceptable on TV. And that's why I'm so happy it's on HBO Max.
Yeah,
And
a
I'm
perfect
sure
spot for it.
people are going to hate it. Some people are going to hate this show, and some people are going to be
Mm,
like me, and love it. But if
yeah,
we were rating it, if it was we were rating this is a now. You need to see this now before it gets taken off the TV. You like South Park, you like any of the things like that, you're going to love this.
yeah. If you like the Harley Quinn, I forgot who said they just watched the animated Harley Quinn. Was it Martin? I think you said you just watched
Why
it.
did it say this? Because Harley Quinn, yeah, the one
That
with
one.
Kaylee Cuoco,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I love that show. I love that. It kind of sucks where Kaylee Coco doesn't know how to do voices, so her voice is Harley Quinn,
Just Harley
but
Quinn,
it's
that's
it,
what it
it's so perfect. And I'm like, this is right up the same alley. The silliness with the violence and all the craziness with it is DC needs to get into this and stay in this lane because it's perfect for their
is.
characters.
Rick and Morty, like stuff like that. I mean, actually, I'm wrong. Peacemaker is a 94 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow, wow. I can see that. I can see that. Martin said, "How about that one scene where he's crying in his trailer and he's the other guy is touching himself just outside the window?
He's like,
And
no, look,
he's like,
watch. I am not doing anything. He's like, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. It's just, oh, so
yeah,
hilarious, so funny.
yeah, because it's like legit like two idiots, and then they go and shoot everything in the forest. I was like, oh my god, they're throwing bombs at each other.
So
I
I
was
got
like,
appliances.
oh
I've been gathering appliances, just waiting for you to get back. Oh my
yeah.
god.
So one thing, like before we move on to Cobra Kai, when he goes to his dad and they go into that closet to get the helmet, what the hell was that? Was that like a pocket dimension?
What? See,
That tripped me out.
I believe that he's not the first Peacemaker. I believe his dad was the first Peacemaker, and
Mhm.
probably has like technology like from like Batman or something like that great technology. And he's not just making this stuff. I think he's already had something. He's just making some of this stuff from what he already had. Like, you know,
Yeah.
that's why he has all the uniforms and all the extra helmets and all this stuff. And he wanted him to be something that Peacemaker's just not.
Mhm. Yeah, he wanted to be this like stone cold killer racist guy, where I think Peacemaker has obviously got a little bit more of a conscience. But yeah, that thing opened up and it was like this like pocket dimension
Opened up like
thingy. And I was like, what? And that's really the only like I don't want to say serious thing. The only thing where I was like, well, I had more questions about that. I was like, what's going on? Like how does he have it? Like I want to know more about like that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Like, because I mean, Superman exists in this universe, Batman. So like, there's aliens, obviously. So there's got to be alien tech, Batman tech, stuff like that. So it was like Amanda Waller with Argus,
Yep. I mean, I think
So
Peacemaker probably worked with Argus before and has all the Argus technology, and that's
yeah,
where his dad's getting it from.
I think so. I think
You
so.
know what's awesome? We just watched the first 3 episodes. Guess what episode 4 comes out?
I know tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I was like,
I know.
yes.
I know. I kind of want to do another episode just to talk about that one because it's. I love when they do this. Like I thought 3 episodes was going to be too much. I'm like, that's a lot of episodes. That's 3 episodes, but it these
It
three,
was right on time. I feel like it
yeah,
wasn't too much to chew. It was good. This was good.
yeah. But like this is the problem I think Boba Fett was having. It's like the first episode kind of set it up. The second episode brought the team together, and the third episode introduced the problem.
Yep.
So now, like in those 3 episodes, you got everything you needed to get ready for the rest of the show.
Yep.
You know,
The
and
problem
I'm
was
like,
Boba Fett
yeah,
is only 6 episodes.
yeah, yeah. It's at the end of episode 4 out of 6, we're barely getting into the problem.
Yep.
You know, so yeah. How many episodes are this one?
I don't know. I was looking for the episode guy, but I don't know how many episodes.
I think
I'm
I
looking for
saw it somewhere.
9. 9. I think it's 9.
Really? There's 6 more episodes?
No, wait. Number of episodes. They're not telling you, but they say everything's around 9. 8 episodes. No, 9. Everything. I'm getting one says 8 episodes. The other one says 9. But it's either between 8 and 9 episodes.
Yeah,
Wikipedia says 8.
yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. I mean, either way, 8 or 9. I mean, that's still like
That's enough.
a lot of episodes. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's enough. Even after this, like like you either got 5 or 6 more episodes, an hour long. That's like that's a decent amount of time to really develop a good story and stuff like that. You know,
So episode 8 comes out February 17th, and that's the last
mm. And then we gotta wait a month before another show comes out, huh?
That's all right. By that time, we'll be finishing that up in Moonlight.
Yeah, Moon Knight was March,
Yep.
so
We'll wait
yeah.
1 week and
But
then we'll be ready to go.
well, you said what, March 17th or February 17th?
February 17th. So like February is like a short month. So it's only 9 days left in February once that happens. And then March comes. So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm right there with you, man. This is definitely a must watch. Like or hate John Cena, this is the perfect role for him.
You hate
And
him, this is exactly what you want.
yeah, a
He's
big
just
dummy.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm loving it. This is. I thought it was gonna be good. I didn't know it was gonna be this good, and it really shows like how awesome James Gunn is.
Yep.
And if Disney or if well Disney, he already said he's done with Disney after Guardians 3. If DC was smart, they
They should
will
lock him up.
snatch him up.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they're like, we want you to be our Kevin Feige.
Yeah, but they're not gonna
Yeah.
get they don't give people power, you know?
Not like
DC
that.
still has unbelievable characters, and that's probably what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I still say DC has better characters than Marvel by far. By far. You know,
Hmm.
Marvel just knows how to use them.
Yeah, they know how to tell better stories. You know, where I'm still iffy about like compared to the Batman show or the Batman movie that's coming out and Moon Knight. I am so much more excited about Moon Knight
Yep.
than Batman. Like, no one knows who Moon Knight is until Oscar Isaac just released a trailer a few days ago.
Yep.
Everyone knows who Batman is. Everyone who's Robert Pattinson, right? The Twilight guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not as excited.
I don't know. I'm excited to see it too, but you know, how many times have you watched Batman? Like it's literally
Yeah,
been 8. It's like 8
yeah.
Batman.
How many times can you see his parents die? Yeah, Martin's right there too. Peacemaker is a now according
Yeah.
to Spoiler King rating. It is definitely a now.
It's like go back
Um,
and watch it now, right now. Like, come on, let's go.